The science of energy storage, batteries and free energy. Science is the study of everything, but at present it is divided into fields of study that are so specialised that scientists know more and more about less and less, and they finish up knowing everything about nothing. We must start by understanding that the universe is expanding, and how we know this through the scientific method that is evidence-based by acquiring data and repeated observations. This is the scientific method. We know that metal reacts to electrolyte and releases energy that we can measure. We know that this process takes time, which we can also measure. Stephen Hawking describes cones of events that progress, and Albert Einstein imagined events being relative to each other. We observe that fire is the sudden change that compresses time, and that the powder on fire is an explosion. Shock waves detonate an explosion, vibrating particles that make a bang, which is expansion. Numbers, arithmetic and maths are used to explain hypotheses and theories in written format to pass knowledge. Words are another form of code used in communications between people who are trying to work out a theory of everything. This is a word salad, not based on demonstrable and observable evidence. This is like quantum. As soon as you measure it, it is understood and can be applied to reality. I'm referring to the link to the video which is above this paragraph. The development of batteries is a major industrial target at this time, but the study of energy itself is the starting point. In my search for understanding of cathodic protection and corrosion control, my mind went back to the very beginning and considered the Big Bang itself. I found scientists still hypothesizing about before the Big Bang, and Stephen Hawking described the cones of events in his book, A Brief History of Time. If time consists of cones of events, there is nothing before the first event, because an event is a happening, and a happening takes time. The expansion of the universe had a beginning, and there was nothing before that. Time does not extend, does not exist beyond this instant that we call now. The future does not exist, and activity creates the past that cannot be changed. There's another video which is just a word salad about uncertainty. It is scientists saying lots and lots of words that they don't quite understand themselves. In order to research the established axioms, we must first understand that words are written codes of audible communications that are constantly changing but are fixed in time-stamped documentation. In order to analyse data, we use numbers. Humans have 4 fingers on each hand plus an opposing thumb. Digital numbering system is based on groups of 10 starting with 0. Computers work on a binary system, start with 0 and end with 1. It is important to understand this. Energy is expansion that can be measured. Energy is change from one state to another. It is an event. It is action. It happens. When measuring energy, we start with 0 and end with a unit of value that we call 1, a single particle. Gibbs free energy proves that there can be no such thing as a void of energy, as the free energy will instantly fill it. All instruments measure the amount of energy but consume energy during the measurement. We call the amount of energy potential and the movement of energy current. I invented the Alexander cell as a method of measuring the corrosion current at locations where I had detected coating faults using DCVG survey that I had invented. There is a link to the DCVG half-cell survey, which is very comprehensive and must be understood. We must teach true science and technology about the measurement of electrical energy in the corrosion reaction and correct the misunderstanding that has caused pipelines to fail. This is contained in detail in Module 01 of the online course in the YouTube videos. There's links now to YouTube videos about Cathodic Protection Network online correspondence course Module 01. There is next link is about a breakthrough that has been made in the system of value of money. Read this and you will understand how things have changed, and we as corrosion engineers must change with it. Computers are adding machines that can be programmed to make predictive calculations using the logic of true or false through structured steps known as algorithms. We now have electronic computers that can calculate exactly where corrosion is located and the activity in each part of each corrosion cell. We now come to quantum mechanics. Scientists have hypotheses that cannot be measured and are labelled quantum, and as soon as the value is measured, the idea stops being quantum. This is like the pipe-to-soil measurement in cathodic protection fieldwork, in that it is a floating voltage that the Alexander cell current measurement resolves this issue. Physics have been stunned by theorists who have disputed quantum theory and quantum measurement. Look at this link and see all about that, because this is the latest state of established science. Therefore, the pursuit of science is the pursuit of measurement. Every event is energy in transition, and every transition can in principle be measured. From the vast expansion of galaxies to the minute electron transfer in a corrosion cell, the principle is the same. A battery and a rusting pipe obey the same thermodynamic laws. It is harnessed for human progress. The other must be controlled to prevent destruction. Free energy does not mean energy without cost. It means energy that floats naturally from higher to lower states, unless resisted or redirected. Our task as engineers and scientists is not to invent energy, but to understand, measure and channel it. The Alexander cell and DCVG method exemplify this philosophy, translating invisible energy exchanges into data and data into action. Just as astronomers measure redshift to confirm the expansion of the universe, corrosion engineers measure potentials to confirm the integrity of a pipeline. Both are acts of making the invisible visible. We advance new computers, algorithms, quantum sensors will refine our vision, yet the principle remains timeless. Energy is change. Change is measured in events. The science of energy storage, batteries and corrosion is not separate from quantum or cosmology theory, but part of the same universal story of transformation.